Everyone, welcome to the second day of our demo day. During the next 2 hours, we will be watching the best startups of our Ignite program first generation. So welcome everyone. We're so excited. These high impact ventures have been accelerated during an extraordinary period for startup ecosystem, and we have great expectation of what the futures hold for them. So definitely a group of founders to keep an eye out for. What do you think about this, David?
Completely agree. What a great day we had yesterday with the Build program, and today we're going to take a look to Ignite program with these incredible entrepreneurs that have been working through all these months. From this outstanding group of entrepreneurs, our judges will be choosing the best 3 startups. Remember, guys, that we are going to give some prizes for the most investable business, the most innovative solution, and the fastest growing startup. So we are quite excited to see which of these 16 startups of today they will receive this prize. Isn't it, Javi?
Exactly, Dave. But we are not only awarding the Ignite startups that are going to be presenting today, we are also awarding the winners of the Build program that we saw yesterday. We wanted to keep the mystery going on a little bit further and communicate all the winners at the same time.
Perfect. So just to remember, we are not the ones that are taking the decision, right? We have an amazing panel of judges that they are helping us to analyze, understand, and evaluate each one of the startups that they are presenting from yesterday and today. And I would like to introduce you to the 3 judges that they were going to be part of today's presentation and evaluation. First, I would like to welcome and thank you, Juliana Bonaparte, Operations Manager at Alaya Capital. Thank you for being with us today. Also, I would like to thank Evelyn von Bischofhausen from Kayak Ventures. Thank you both for taking the time of evaluating our startups today. And also, in a few minutes, we're going to be inviting in the stage as well, Maria Los Angeles Romo. She is the CEO of Start-Up Chile, and she is going to be also part of the judges of today's journey. So thank you again for being part of this special event of Ignite program.
Incredible judges, incredible female power all the way. So guys, remember that you can share the demo day and spread the word about this unbelievable solutions and startups. You could just take a screenshot and post it on your favorite social network with the hashtag DemoDaySup and tag us at Startup Chile.
Perfect.
So Dave, should we start?
Let's start. We're here to listen to entrepreneurs, to take a look, to evaluate, to understand all the huge progress that they have had. So yeah, let's bring it on.
Perfect. I have the honor to present the first startup of the day. Here in Chile, we have a startup that makes cards for startups with higher limits than the traditional ones and enabling them to keep track of their payments. I'm talking about Cristóbal Greenbergs of Cardda.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, Cristóbal.
Can you see my screen? Okay. Well, hello. I am Cristóbal from Cardda. In Cardda, we make cards for startups. Today, companies are using more digital services than ever, such as Google AdWords or Amazon. But these services only accept cards as a payment method. And bank cards do not fit what companies need today. Banks are used to giving out 1 credit card per company, and you have to get to a branch to get one. Getting 1 card could take more than 1 month, They don't have spending controls, and you have very low limits because they follow the logic of the credit. Because of this disconnection between what companies need and what banks offer, we created Cardda. With Cardda, our clients can have all the cards they need in less than 5 minutes. They can have full control and visibility of their payments by area and by person, and they can define the amount of each card because they are prepaid. All of this is possible thanks to the fact that we use the latest technology available to issue and configure cards instantly, without manual processes, unlike banks. We charge a 5% commission for each transaction made. And our clients love us because we solve big problems for them, like not Confintual, who can now make their international payments without limit per transaction and no longer depend on an executive to free up their card space. We have a retention of almost 100% with more than 40 companies from different industries and more arrive week by week. We started a year ago, and we are now processing more than $100,000 monthly, growing at 55% each month. 3 months ago, we launched the last version of our product, which accelerates our growth, and from April to June, we increased our sales more than 300%. The market we are in is huge and growing. Only in Chile, payment made abroad with business cards are $3 billion a year, which is the market we are in today. And if we add the national transactions, we get 15 billion. And this is only the beginning. In Latin America, there are hundreds of thousands of companies that hire more and more online services and need a solution like ours. They make payments of more than $500 billion a year. Behind Cardda, we are two founders. Sebastián Hernández is a software engineer graduated from the Universidad de Chile. He has been programming for more than 10 years, and he is the CTO. And I am a civil industrial engineer from the Universidad de Chile. I work at IBM and Procter & Gamble, and I'm the CEO. We have been working together for 2 years. You can get your cards in less than 5 minutes entering to cardda.com right now. And if you have any questions, please reach out at founders@cardda.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Cristobal, for that pitch and for the great progress that we have seen in Cardda. The first question is going to be done by Juliana Bonaparte. She's a friend of the house, of course, and part of Alaya Capital. Let's go with you, Juliana.
Thanks, David. Well, thank you, Cristobal, for your pitch. Let me ask you, thinking on scaling and opening new markets or new countries, I think nowadays you are only in Chile. What do you think are the most important barriers that you will be facing?
Yes, so the most important barriers that we are facing now is the regulation in each country because are different. Yeah, we want to expand to other countries that have very similarities like Chile. For example, Mexico and Colombia are countries that we have the same problems here and have friendly regulations with the thing that we are doing.
Okay, and then if I have time, so in your description you talk about card for startup. Is in your roadmap to go for another type of client, bigger size, for example, of different enterprises?
We are focusing only in business. We don't have the focus to, for example, expand to people, B2C. Yeah, we have a different target of markets right now, like startups or e-commerce. We have seen that this type of companies have the same problems and need a solution like ours for being track of their expenses and have higher limits than the traditional solutions.
Okay, great. Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cristobal and Juliana. That was a great growth that you've shown, Cristobal. So now for our next startup of the day, we are flying to Argentina. We bring you a startup that brings the right people and the right companies together to unleash the power of employer branding. Please give a warm welcome to Estefania Waterseblen from mibucle.
Hi, everyone. I will. Do you see? Perfect. Hi, I'm Stefania, co-founder and country manager of mibucle, a HR tech platform which brings the right people and the right companies together. People make the wrong career decisions generally because we do not have adequate information about what it's like to work at companies from the inside. As a consequence, people are unengaged and companies waste tons of time and effort, leading to high turnover. And how many companies cannot move forward or grow quickly because they don't have the right people? This happens in LATAM because job portal sites like Trabajando or Get On Board are simply virtual newspapers. You must be tired of hearing people are our most important resource. We are seeking the best talents and so on. At mibucle, we actually make this a reality, a one-stop employment shop and the first LATAM platform to unleash the power of employer branding by uniquely showcasing the workplace experience and giving companies a pioneering brand health indicator to measure impact. Real-world result, over 85 companies, including Entel and Santander, had huge challenges finding the right people and have chosen our SaaS to connect with over 1 million professionals to achieve success. Just a few months later, they greatly increased qualified candidates. Chile has over 100,000 companies, which are all potential clients. During the pandemic, we only seen opportunities and tripled our business. What took us 2 years to achieve in Argentina took us less than 6 months in Chile, to the point where almost 25% of our revenues are Chilean. Even Google for Startup has recognized our cutting-edge tech solution 3 times for official support out over 300 companies. Our revenues: firstly, a monthly employer branding fee. Secondly, one-time fee for exciting events like FinTech Week. Lastly, coaching and other services. Our team: our CEO, Brenda, and founder, Daphne, our CMO and co-founder, Nicolas, our CTO, a co-founder, and me. When we began Startup Chile, our main goal was to achieve 100,000 in revenues. We already beat that by 20%. Next up, scaling without compromising optimization by raising funds and building on our tech team. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefania, for that great pitch and those goals that you actually accomplished. Now we're going to the next question that is going to be led by Evelyn, General Partner at Kayak Ventures. Let's go with you, Evelyn. I think that we had a specific problem in here. Yeah, we lost the connection with Evelyn. Angeles, would you like to go with this question? I think that you're there, right? No, I'm not receiving the feedback of. There you
Thank you
go.
very much. Here I am. Thank you very much, Estefania, for your presentation. Your pitch was wonderful. I would like to know a little bit more about your market. May you tell me a little bit more about how your market is growing and why this is important for the next generation?
Yes. Hello, Angeles. I'm very happy to be here. And yes, we work with multinationals company here in Chile, also in Argentina, and we also want to build and help startups and small companies that have that they need to grow their teams quickly. And this is a real necessity in all LATAM. So we want to help companies to find the right people, and that people also, we want to improve their lives, because we think that the work is very important for everybody, and it's necessary that people and companies are aligned in values and culture. With that, we can make a sustainably employment.
Absolutely, and I would like to know if we have some last seconds or minutes. What is the appreciation or how the companies, the big companies, are able to pay for this? What is your feedback from the companies, the big companies, to implement a solution like this?
Yes, employer brand is a tendency now in the whole planet, because companies realize that they need to change the way they attract people. So we have a very good, great feedback with large companies, because they need to show what is their culture, what is their teams, and they love to in our staff we can show the team, the culture, the description of their values, and that's how we match companies and people to make the right
Absolutely.
fit.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Stephanie. I don't have any more questions.
Thank you, Angeles.
Perfect. Thank you, Stefania and Angeles. Great results and great energy. Now, from Argentina, we're flying to Peru with a startup that is a collaborative purchase app that where users can join together and make wholesale purchases, reducing the price and the carbon footprint. Please give a warm welcome to Esteban Alfaro from Compremos.
Hi, everybody. Did you see my screen? Okay, great. Let's start. Well, in the context of the pandemic, the growth of e-commerce has accelerated, principally because it represents for the consumer the best way to buy and save money. And also, the consumers are demanding more and more power, and this power is reflected in the way that they construct communities. Finally, if we want to keep consuming at this rhythm, we need to reduce our carbon footprint. So, based in these three principles, we create Compremos. We are a collaborative purchases app in which users can join together to make a wholesale purchase, reducing the price and the carbon footprint of their favorite products. So, enterprises publish offers, wholesale offers, and users can join these offers. Each user that join an offer reduce the price in real time for all the community. So once the stock or of the offer or the time is over, the consumers can pay the price that they achieved together. So also we have another modality. If the product or service that you want isn't available in Compremos, you can create a purchase group with your community. This modality opens a contest in where enterprises can send quotations and proposals, and Compremos process the quotations and define the better one for the group. So Compremos is not only a powerful tool for consumers, but also a new opportunity for enterprises. Any enterprise that wants to wholesale to the final consumer now can with Compremos. This improves the stock turnover and also reduce cost of sales. So we take a commission for each product sold in our platform. Okay, more than an app, we are a 33,000 community of collaborative purchases. We are growing 4K new users each month. We are growing our products online. We are only 8 months in the market, and our average ticket is 150. So we are expansion plan. We started in the end of October in 2020 in Peru. In August, we are going to launch in Chile this year, and we hope the next year enter to the Mexican market. So we are a team that are developed innovation projects together since 2017. We have one Startup Peru, also Startup Chile. We have Patricia Pajares that have a lot of experience in retail and e-commerce. Lisette, Manuel, and Oscar that are focused on technology. We develop our own technology, and I that I'm the CEO and UX designer. So we invite you to join our great community in Compremos. Thanks.
Perfect, then. Thank you, Esteban, for that pitch and for all that growth. We're going to send the question to Evelyn. I know that you, Evelyn, had a problem with the internet connection, but I know that you're there, right? Just confirming that you're
Yes.
great. There you go. Let's go with you, Evelyn.
Thank you, Esteban, for your presentation. My first question is regarding the logistics. Do you externalize this part or you take it charge also from your company?
Yeah, we externalize this part. We build the efficient way to transport the order, but we contract a courier to distribute the sales. Yeah.
Perfect. And how they compare in comparison to a normal retailer? The logistic process, like, and how much is the time you can, because this is an important part, like customers in general want the product to be delivered as soon as possible. How long can it take?
It's the same. It's the same. The part of the process that takes more time is the part that the users negotiate, unite to the offer. So this implies average 1 day in our experience. And then the distribution is standard, like any other e-commerce.
Perfect, thank you. And last question, how do you attract the brands and companies to join your platform and this sales channel?
Yeah, we are offering a very low commission now to enter the market. We are very aggressive there. And also, we are giving them some exclusivity in some categories. So some brands that have exclusivity in the categories.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Esteban and Evelyn, for that question. Now we are returning to Chile with a startup that is an AI-based ready-mix concrete logistics software that optimizes both strategic and operational decisions. Please give a warm welcome to Ignacio Cisternas from Temis.
Thank you, Javiera. Hi, everyone. I'm going to share now. Okay. Can you see my screen? Perfect. Hi, I'm Ignacio, co-founder of Temis, and I'll show you how we're transforming ready-mix concrete. Despite being a huge and growing market, ready-mix concrete has a low digitalization, where logistics play an important role. To address logistics, small concrete companies do it manually, medium companies use Excel, and only large companies use traditional software. But this is not sufficient. Even with current software, companies keep depending on manual processes, and dispatching is based on improvisation. As a consequence, they have cost overruns, high truck idle time, and unpunctuality is normal for the industry. Temis changes this, adding a whole new level of software powered by algorithms, allowing all types of concrete companies to reduce logistic costs, improve customer service, and increase fleet utilization. To do that, we have a 3-module software. P&D, powerful algorithms to support planning dispatch, giving an optimal delivery plan and efficient response to changes. Matrix, to optimize distribution in plant networks and simulate for strategic decisions, and Dashboard, making it easy for companies to follow their KPIs. Our differentiation comes from the use of technology. We want to transform the way they operate, not only digitize their manual processes. Flexible for any company, supported with AI, easy to use and integrate, and cloud-based. For this, we charge a monthly fee, $2 per deliver for all modules, which is about $130 per truck monthly. In January 20, we started a pilot in 1 plant. We've grown up to 27 plants in 3 different countries, where the last 2 months were a game changer for us. We have a total revenue of $170,000. Our current MRR is $7,500, and with current pilots, we can reach $45,000 MRR. With Ignite, we managed to build a scalable product and got a commercial boost, getting 2 pilots in Chile and entering $400,000 worth client. Our bottom-up market is $3 billion. We're currently addressing Latin's a validation market, so then we can go to bigger markets, the US, Europe, and Asia. We're 2 founders, I'm the CEO with 13 years of experience in business development and innovation, and Camilo, a CTO, who has 13 years of experience in software development. We also have as advisor an ex-COO of one of the largest red mix companies in the world. And besides Start-Up Chile, we're supported by the Chilean Chamber of Construction, Inspiral, and Pro Chile. Join us to transform the red mix concrete. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ignacio. That's the type of growth rate that we like to see in the Ignite program. The next question is going to be done by Alaya Capital. I would like to give you the word again. Juliana Buenaparte, let's go with you.
Thanks. Hi, Ignacio, and thank you for your pitch. Well, this is an industry that we are not very used to see like other ones, but can you tell me more about the big players that are in this industry and how concentrated it is in terms of competitors, I mean?
Yeah. Worldwide, there are two big players. One is located in Europe, only works with Europe, and the other one works in the US and Latam. They're actually, they only work with big companies. For decades, they've tried to enter SMEs, medium companies mostly. But their current companies, their clients, they actually say that they're not happy with them. For decades, they haven't updated. They make intentionally difficult to integrate, to use it. There is like a closed software. And I'm quoting one of our clients' CTO. They chose us because of our flexibility and price, not only price because of what they charge, but also because it's difficult and expensive to implement any change or integration. So the whole business is very expensive. Besides that, there are other small players, but they work in a small part of this. So there are two big players worldwide.
So with you, how long it takes the integration with software companies?
So, sorry?
How long it takes the integration?
Okay. Currently, it's the integration is one of the big challenges we have. We do have to integrate with GPS. Every concrete company has a GPS provider, and that part we have to integrate. For the other part, we have to, sometimes they have another system interacting with Temis, but we give our APIs, though at this point, we're in a learning process, so we want to go with them in the implementation. So it takes a few months, around 2 months to integrate right now, but we are doing it, we're giving our APIs, and in the future, we also implement the low coding, so the implementation is even easier for them to do it themselves.
Okay, and you mentioned you are nowadays with some pilots. If you can repeat what clients are you working with?
Yeah, we're working with, in Colombia, with a big client. Actually, it's 50 companies together in one deal. So we'll be implementing in small and medium companies in Colombia. And in Chile, with a big company, one of the second largest company in Chile, with one module that works for big companies. And we're also working with a small pilot in Chile with a medium company, that they have nothing right now, do it in Excel. So we're implementing this P&D solution.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ignacio.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ignacio and Juliana. That was great traction you've shown. So for the fifth startup of the morning, we are going to go to Spain with a startup that is a multi-sided platform that brings together pet parents, pet care providers, and a product marketplace. Please, a warm welcome to Coloma Gili from Pawiis.
Hello, thank you. It's going to... Okay. Hello, can you see my presentation? Perfect. Okay, so let's start. Hello, my name is Coloma and I love pets. So today, let's talk about the digital platform that is transforming how pet care is delivered. Did you know that because of the pandemic, pet adoption, puppies price, and online sales increased more than ever in history? And also remarkable that 25% of pet population is in Latam. Today, the pet care industry has a low digitalization level. The most used tool by vets, groomers, dog trainers is paper and pencil, followed by Excel. And as pet parents, it is also difficult to follow up pet health treatment and cares. And because of, you guess well, paper and pencil again. So that's why we created Pawiis. We solve the pet industry needs and make the whole care process more joyful and digital. With our solution, pet parents love us because we help them to follow up their pet cares, and we are also an online shop where they find all the products and services they need. On the other hand, we have a SaaS solution for pet care providers. We heard the pet care industry and we learned that what makes them happy is to manage digitally bookings, medical records, and get reminders. And besides of solving all their operational needs, we give them more. And pay attention because here comes our secret sauce. Pawiis has a functionality where vets can send digital prescriptions to pet parents, and they can buy the listed products with just one click. With this model, vets earn 10% commission, so they increase their monthly incomes. Our growth strategy is based on that each pet care that subscribes to the SaaS bring on average 150 pets. This means more prescriptions shared through the platform and more sales, where today 30% of those pet parents buy again in Pawiis. Our revenue streams are based on the SaaS subscription and all the prescriptions and pet products sold in the e-commerce. With this strategy, we have 60 SaaS pet care subscriptions and more than 8,000 pets digitalized. Prescription shares are booming, and we have grown our revenue in 7 times in the last 4 months. Last year, we were focused on our SaaS MVP. On March this year, we started selling prescriptions and also launched our MVP app for pet parents. And currently, we raised a $200,000 round. From competitors, we differentiate ourselves digitalizing pet care providers and also connected with pet parents. In the team, it's me, Coloma. I worked 5 years at NG Factory, Alan, an entrepreneur from Start-Up Chile, 3rd generation, and Jesus, our developer, with more than 15 years of experience. So we will be glad to continue together transforming how pet care is delivered. Thank you.
Thank you, Coloma, for that incredible pitch. And if you are raising funds, I would like to invite Evelyn from the general partner of Kayak Ventures. Maybe she's interested. Evelyn, should we go with the next question?
Yes, thank you, Coloma, for your presentation. Are you thinking about international expansion, and how are you planning to do this?
Yes, of course, that we are thinking about that, because the cool thing for us is that the Latin American market is huge. In fact, the pet ownership rates, the largest pet ownership rates are in different countries in Latam, in Mexico, Argentina, Colombia. So the cool thing for us is that because we are a SaaS, it's easy for us to get that internationalization, digitalizing vets or groomers in other countries. So right now, our focus this year will continue in Chile, but of course, our next milestone for the Q1 of next year is to start in digitalizing, because our platform, of course, is designed for that. So is in our roadmap to do that.
Perfect. Another question, like most of your revenues come from the product sales and a little portion from the SaaS subscription. Are you planning to change that mix, and how are you planning to attract more customers on the SaaS side?
Okay, well, we will continue. Our focus is to reach 200 vets digitalized in December this year. This is our roadmap and our plan. So we are working on that right now. But of course, our revenue model is focused on all the prescription shared through the platform. So right now we have an integration with one distributor, and we will continue improving that with new distributors to increase all the sales.
Perfect, thank you. And which percentage of your product sales is recurring?
Today, 30% of all the pet parents that buy a prescription also do another purchase in Pawiis. So another milestone for us is to continue growing this rate.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Thank you. Thank you, Coloma and Evelyn. So now from Spain, we are going to Argentina with the SNET startup that is a subscription management and financial automation startup for Latin America. Please give it up for Ariel Diaz from Rebill.
Hi, Javi. Thank you. How are you?
Hey.
Give me a second, please. Hello, everyone. My name is Ariel Diaz-Aylan, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Rebill, the financial hub for multinationals in Latin America. Do you know how painful it is to expand online businesses in Latin America? Companies need 12 months and over $250,000 to automate billing processes and comply with security certifications such as PCI compliance, and over $100,000 in annual maintenance costs in non-core business. To turn it easier, we launched Rebill, one platform to rule them all in minutes. Only one integration to connect subscription management, one-click payments, card tokenization, and real-time notification with your preferred payment gateways, ERPs, CRMs, and applications by country. The opportunity is enormous. The expenditure on SaaS is estimated to be $10 billion by 2025 in Latin America. And we have detected the most important opportunities in categories such as digital goods and services, software as a service, e-commerce subscriptions, and insurance companies that want to sell online in 2 or more countries. Our business model is fast and simple. $99 up to $25,000 in monthly revenue, $599, and a custom and enterprise plan, especially for companies with special regulations or integrations. We launched in November 2020, and now we are enabling 6 countries through a regional partnership with Mercado Pago and growing fast since Start-Up Chile program started. We closed regional deals with Evo Laboratories to launch subscriptions in 7 countries of Latin America, and Tienda Nube to launch subscription solutions for its 80,000 merchants. In addition, we'll be connecting worldwide companies to Chile and all LATAM, and Chilean companies with the region. We outperform our competitors with ready-to-use and embeddable LATAM solutions, collection in local currency with multiple payment gateways, and exclusive commercial agreement with leading SaaS solutions in Latin America. We are experienced founders with over 18 years of IT experience combined and over $2.2 million in past fundraising. Now, we are raising $2 million to integrate the main payment gateways and third-party solutions of LATAM and reach 300 SaaS and enterprises in the next 12 months. So join us and let's accelerate together the company's growth in Latin America.
Perfect and just in time, Ariel. Thank you very much for that pitch. Now we're going to the next question that is going to be done by Angeles, CEO of Start-Up Chile. Let's go with the next question, Angeles.
Thank you very much, David. Congratulations, Ariel. Me encantó tu pitch. Very wonderful your pitch. So congratulations about that. And actually, congratulations about your business as well. It's wonderful what you have done during the last time. I would like to know a little bit more about your strategy of growing. I mean, you are raising something like $2 million. I would like to know what are you going to do with this money if you raise this money today, for example.
Yeah, First of all, thank you, Angeles. We will focus on integration. So we need a lot of money to hire the top talent of Latin America. Developers for the enough seniority to integrate on fintech cost between $60,000 per year. So we'll be very aggressive with the integration, principally on Brazil, when we need a special team, probably in São Paulo. We have an advisor such as Guillermo Rauch from Brazil, based on San Francisco. He will help us with the round two. So, well, principally to hire the top team of Latam.
Okay, wonderful. I would like to know a little bit more about your units economics. Let me know what is going to be your units economics in the next time. Next year. Where are you going to be at the end of the next year if you raise this money?
Yeah. We expect to reach $1 million in revenue for the next year. Reach 300,000 enterprises and more than 1,000 of medium and small companies through our partnership with Tienda Nube. Tienda Nube right now be in Argentina, Mexico, and Brazil, but this year we launch in Colombia and next year in Peru and Chile too. Right now we have 40 of gross margin because we are focusing on enterprises, but we expect it to reach more than over 80%, when we have the main integration ready in the main countries of Latam,
Okay.
And now we have $5,000 in monthly revenue.
5,000. Okay, wonderful. Congratulations once again. All the best. I don't have any more questions.
Thank you, Angeles.
Perfect. Thank you, Ariel and Angeles. Now for the 7th startup of the day. The startup simplifies teamwork for field operators by democratizing BI and AI tools. I'm talking about Max Echeverria from Eskuad.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Max.
Are you seeing my screen? Okay. So, hi, everyone. Imagine you're in the middle of nowhere, working with your squad. Taking care of... Sorry, I'm going to go back. What's the issue? Yeah. Imagine you're in the middle of nowhere, working with your squad, taking care of them while writing data into a notepad for your boss. You might not finish, so you end up building a report and sending an email from home 2 hours later. This is a typical day for a field operator. My name is Max Echeverria, and I am the founder and CEO of Eskuad. We help simplify teamwork for field operators. Those guys and gals with mud on their shoes and calluses on their hands. By democratizing BI and AI tools, streamlining data collection and report creation, reducing read-on work, retyping, and helping them make better decisions. When you're running field operations, it's likely that your processes are not efficient, cost-effective, and your employees are tired. It means read-on work, retyping, and late decision-making in an industry that loses over $150 billion every year. Eskuad SaaS automates those processes, simplifying teamwork, bringing timely online insights, saving time, and making the work easier for field operators. Users won't need to worry about connectivity while working, and customers are already saving 15% in operational costs. Eskuad is flexible for field operators that perform under the sun or in the middle of a storm. As it works offline, syncs automatically, uses sensors connected to the app, and recommends actions, we are an off-road solution without being expensive. Our business model is a B2B SaaS with customizable plans that can be paid as operational expenses. Our vision has been built by a team of tech geeks with previous startup and field experience, and we are backed by awesome people and institutions both in Chile and the US. We're so good at helping our users that we have bootstrapped our company, expanding with our clients while onboarding new ones, which is why we are serving 17 corporate clients in Chile, and our retention rate is high consistently, over 97%. We almost doubled our MRR while on Startup Chile. By the way, we have more than 50 new deals in the funnel and already won some competitions in the US. Also, we have a new pricing strategy, marketing, better team, content creation, and new doors are open for us. In summary, we have a solution that helps simplify teamwork while taking care of our users, learning and growing with them, and we commit to never do anything that doesn't help them simplify their work. We're looking for an investment for the escalation, but mostly warm intros, pilot partners, and potential customers in order to prove our business model can scale. If you can relate, come join our squad and let's keep simplifying teamwork.
Perfect. There you go. Thank you for that presentation, squad team. We're going to do the next questions of today. And yeah, this is the turn of you, Juliana, right? Let's go with you from Alaya Capital.
Yeah, thank you, David. Max?
Hi. Yeah. Hi, Juliana. How you doing?
How are you? Well,
Doing fine.
congratulations for your pitch. Well, I saw there you mentioned about 17 clients. Can you tell me from which industries are they?
Yeah, mostly are from forestry. One of them is Arauco, and there are some SMBs. But also we discovered that there is a need for our solution in maritime services, and both of them operate in the middle of nowhere without connectivity. Our solution works for them.
Okay, so there is any kind of customization that you're supposed to do to every client to adapt to or to be integrated to their system?
Yeah, we have an integration platform as a service that allows us to connect to like 50 different corporate systems, because they need to send work orders to the field, but then they need the information to be used in different systems such as ERPs like SAP or IBM Maximo or other databases, and we're already integrated with them. And also there are some software that works on desktop applications that need to be fed with CSV files or Excel sheets. And we already have that too for the forestry at least.
Okay. So, and lastly, do you have any metric to mention about how you are helping or how Squad is helping to reducing costs?
Yeah, actually in maritime, we have a 15% increase in savings at the operational cost level. And in other industries such as forestry, we're saving around 20% of the time that they used to spend in collecting data from the field and building out reports. That's basically around 2 hours a day.
Okay, great. Well, I have no more questions. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Max and Juliana. Now for the last startup of this first block of pitches, we are staying here in Chile with a social commerce that takes your skin to the next level. Welcome, Romina Arrigoni from AdSkin.
Hi. Can you hear me? Yes?
Yes, Romina, we can.
Okay. Okay. Hi, my name is Romina. I am the CEO of AdSkin. It's ready or yes? Okay. Because I listen somebody's open the microphone. My camera?
Yes.
Yes, please, Romina, if you could activate your camera.
But my camera is active. Can you listen to me? Or hey, can you
We can hear you, yes. But
okay.
we cannot see you.
Okay. Let me check where is the presentation. Oh.
Just some small technical issues of this new reality. It's
Yes.
bound to happen.
Okay, give me 1 second to. I don't know. Wait. Okay.
We are back. Sorry for that tiny technical issue, guys. Now we are, as I said before, staying in Chile with the social commerce that it's going to take your skin to the next level. Please give a big welcome to Romina Arrigoni from AdSkin.
Hi. Okay. Hi. My name is Romina. I am the CEO of AdSkin. AdSkin is a social commerce that creates your skincare routine. The market represents a big opportunity. The beauty industry has been one of the fastest growing industries worldwide during the pandemic. But what is the problem? When you want to take care of your skincare, the first problem is that you don't have any idea about your skin type. Then you don't know what a skincare routine involves. And finally, you don't know which are the right product for your concern. What is the solution? It's a social commerce that creates your skincare routine with the advice of an expert and the help of artificial intelligence. First, we have a customer onboarding considering many variables initially through a chat or a quiz. Second, we create your skincare routine powered by artificial intelligence with the best and exclusive brands, including global brand and Chilean brand. Third, you can buy this routine in just one click. And fourth, our customer constant feedback feeds our intelligence, which is shared with the community, creating a continuous learning system. Our revenue model is really simple. For $100 that enter our platform, we keep 35. About the competition landscape, although the major players in the market don't have a large presence in LATAM, in Chile, you can find a skincare product in pharmacies, retail, or some e-commerce. However, we are the only ones that have exponentially grown the scalable product to advise a routine powered by artificial intelligence, and we have a brand that really understands and know how to engage with the millennial and Gen Z. About the traction, first, since the Ignite program started, we have grown almost 5x, reaching 92 in June. Second, our database management. We have 20,000 users, then 90 scheme deep profile, and 3,000 customers, of which 34 are recruiting. First, we have average ticket 3 times higher than the industry. And of course, the most important, we have a team to make it happen. Eduardo has extensive experience in startup operation and finance, and he had an exit to the Gian Hooper. Felipe, who is the CTO, just had an exit with his company Book to Fly. And finally me, I have experience expanding business in LATAM and in a digital marketing. We are opening an investment round in August from 4 million to continue building our artificial intelligence and to expand to Colombia. We invite you to join this adventure with us. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation and for that pitch. Interesting to know that you are raising $4 million US. Let's go with the next question to Kayak Ventures. I would like to invite you, Evelyn, to go with the last question of this first block.
Thank you, Romina. Actually, we were classmates in the university. So my first question is regarding retention rates. Can you talk a little bit about the cohort analysis and retention rates for your final clients? How long do they stay with you?
For the lifetime value, we start in January, and it's difficult to analyze, but the recurring customer is 20% of our customers.
Perfect, thank you. And can you go a little bit deeply in your unit economics? You mentioned like the average ticket and also the margin you get on your sales, but what about the customer acquisition cost? Which is today, and how that's compared to your LTV?
Okay, our unit economic is 75 to the cost of the product, 10% of customer acquisition, and 6% of transaction fees. For the customer acquisition, we use a lot of organic growth with the marketing, content marketing. We use a lot this, and of course, spend ads. We have a very big community as well in database from mail.
Perfect, thank you. And my last question is regarding NPS. I don't know if you measure NPS from your final clients and how that metric has evolved during time.
What, the GB, you asked me? Or?
NPS, Net Promoting Score. I don't know if you measure that.
Yes, it's around 90% of the client are like the product, and we, for example, the platform is really good, and for this the NPS is good. But as well, we use a fulfillment service in delivery that is really good help, and of course help in the NPS ranking.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Romina and Evelyn. And Romina, great progress. Congratulations on that. What a great first block of pitches. And we guys have still much, much more to come. Angeles, what is your impression about this first round?
I feel so happy and so proud of being here as such as an amazing group of entrepreneurs. Congratulations, all of you guys. Actually, very wonderful, your pitches. I feel really, really excited about what you have done during this time. I cannot wait to watch the rest of the startup, actually. All the growing business we are seeing today are the result of the hard work, innovation, and obviously a lot of disruption. I am super, super excited about the great time we are living in Chile and also in Latin America ecosystem. We are now hearing from the future tech leading companies, and Start-Up Chile is part of this game. So congratulations, all of you, all the judges, all the team, and all the entrepreneurs. What do you think about this, Dave?
I completely agree, Angeles. We are so proud of being part of this startup booming era. So we will have the last 8 finalists of this Ignite program who will be presented after this small and little break that we will have. But don't go anywhere because while our super entrepreneurs are preparing their presentation, you can watch this second episode of Startup What, which is a series made by us, Start-Up Chile. And of course, this one in particular is about technological disruption. So enjoy this break. You will have 5 minutes and see you after this incredible video. Let's play it.
Brecha muy grande entre los que entienden y los que no entienden esto. El ejemplo más claro está en las empresas tecnológicas. Nunca en la historia de la humanidad habían existido empresas tan ricas en el planeta, ni con una cantidad de recursos y posibilidades, y sobre todo, con tanto poder.
Todos los que nos enamoramos tempranamente de la tecnología nos dimos cuenta inmediatamente del tremendo potencial que tenía. Mientras el mundo análogo está limitado, ¿cierto?, por los espacios físicos, esas limitaciones no existen en el mundo digital. Nos reímos de esos bailes de TikTok que se están imitando en rincones opuestos del planeta. Pero son estas empresas, que parten como startups o pequeños emprendimientos, las que provocan la democratización de estos fenómenos culturales.
El problema de este proceso exponencial es que se está ampliando cada vez más la brecha entre los que están logrando adaptarse y usar la última tecnología disponible y los que usan algo que desarrollaron hace algunos pocos años nomás. Si en los años 80, por ejemplo, uno veía a alguien trabajando con un computador y a otro con una calculadora, tú no veías tanta diferencia entre sus resultados. Hoy, en cambio, si alguien usa una herramienta emergente como la inteligencia artificial, por ejemplo, y lo comparas con alguien que está usando algo que estaba disponible, no sé, el año 2010, las diferencias son siderales en términos de eficiencia, escalabilidad y finalmente de resultado del negocio.
Las capacidades adaptativas no eran algo que las organizaciones siempre tuvieran. Las empresas del SIP hace 20 años tenían en promedio 70 años de vida. Hoy tienen 12.
Antes, tú elegías un nicho de negocio, pasabas mucho tiempo en eso y cuando lograbas un cierto expertise, alcanzabas un cierto nivel de ingreso y rentabilidad. Hoy en día, el mayor valor de una organización es su capacidad de adaptarse, porque los ciclos de duración de las empresas son cada vez más cortos.
Las empresas hoy parten con un negocio usando una tecnología que puede ser blockchain, pero después mutan a otros que pueden tener que ver con IoT y así sucesivamente. El principal activo es la capacidad de adaptación y eso está mediado por las personas que trabajan en esas organizaciones. Cuando hablamos de una startup, el principal tema es su capacidad de adaptación y su talento interno.
Sí, claro, hay que adaptarse. Te diría que la flexibilidad y la capacidad de adaptación son casi tan importantes como el conocimiento del negocio mismo.
La transformación digital ocurre porque las empresas se dieron cuenta de que si no pasan a lo digital, se les acaba el negocio.
entonces es un problema de sobrevivencia. Por ejemplo, los bancos. Ellos no han creado aplicaciones o sucursales virtuales por el hecho solo de estar en Internet. Ellos tienen que seguir a sus nuevas audiencias. Los bancos saben que las nuevas generaciones de nativos digitales no tendrían una cuenta corriente si todo el proceso continuara análogo.
Hay mucho más que replantearnos en cuanto a las oportunidades que representan las empresas de base tecnológica. En Chile, históricamente, hemos tenido una economía basada en la extracción de sus recursos naturales, extraer y exportar con todas las complicaciones que conlleva estar ubicados al final del mundo.
La tecnología ha permitido la digitalización y modernización de las industrias más tradicionales, pero también ha permitido la creación de nuevos y diversos tipos de empresas que nunca antes habían existido en este país. Desde Chile para el mundo. Ya no importa que estemos lejos de todo, porque estamos digitalmente cerca de cualquier punto del planeta. La digitalización ha permitido poder llegar a mercados más grandes y hacer esto de forma más eficiente, más segura y más sustentable, y con una escalabilidad por sobre nuestros límites originales.
Si bien se puede pensar que hemos avanzado tremendamente en la última década en materia tecnológica y negocio, en los próximos 10 años se va a avanzar mucho más que en los últimos 40. Hay que tener claro que hay que estar preparados para lo que se viene y hacer lo necesario para adaptarse.
Estos temas que suenan complejos son cada vez más accesibles y fáciles de abordar. Hoy hay un sinnúmero de servicios digitales que nos permiten poder entender conceptos tecnológicos complejos, empezar a aplicarlos y, por ejemplo, empezar a programar. Por eso hay cada vez menos excusas para dar el salto, para aprovechar estas herramientas digitales y ver qué somos capaces de lograr con ellas.
La única posibilidad de resolver los grandes problemas de la humanidad es la capacidad de escala y coordinación que nos habilita la tecnología. Pero hay que tener en cuenta que el desafío está en cómo logramos que en el ecosistema emprendedor y en la inventiva humana haya más propuestas de creación y desarrollo de soluciones globales. Y ojalá que todas esas ideas vengan de actores distintos a los que hoy están monopolizando los emprendimientos digitales. Desarrollar startups tecnológicas hoy es crítico, porque serán ellas las que construirán la nueva economía digital.
Welcome back, everybody. That was the second episode of our series, Startup What? And just a little scoop for you guys. The next episode is going to be the third episode about the entrepreneurial ecosystem. So stay tuned on our social media. Well, we have the final block from our demo day. Dave, are you as anxious, as excited as I am?
I am a lot, Javi. Thanks for that. Just a quick reminder for those that went to grab a cup of coffee and you didn't listen or watch that specific series of Startup What, you can always go to the YouTube channel of Start-Up Chile and to watch it and to keep on and seeing the next episode as well. Now we're going to watch the last round of pitches to finally find out who are the winners of this first generation of Build and Ignite programs. Let's welcome back to our amazing judges that they're going to keep on evaluating the pitches of today. Thank you for being here again, Juliana Bonaparte, Operations Manager of Alaya Capital. Also, thank you, Evelyn von Bischofhausen, General Partner at Kayak Ventures. And of course, thank you, Angele Romo, CEO of Startup Chile, of being here on evaluating this hard task of the pitches of each one of the startups. Thank you, the three of you, for being here.
Absolutely, thank you. And we will start the last round with a startup from Chile. This is a talent acquisition platform that is revolutionizing how companies are attracting talent. Please give a warm welcome to Santiago Echeverria from iHunt.
Hi everyone, I'm Santiago Echeverria, co-founder at iHunt, a platform that is effectively revolutionizing the 1 trillion talent attraction industry. Probably, as you know, during the last 100 years, nothing has happened in talent acquisition. And despite the digitalization, the approach continues to be passive, based on posts where companies wait for the candidate to apply. Today, this is generating an enormous problem. 67% of the companies considering talent acquisition to be harder than ever, with an average recruitment duration of 52 days. Companies are spending over $4,000, but it is expected that by 2030, over 85 million job offers could go unfulfilled due to the lack of candidates. But as you know, the world's moving towards a platform revolution. So why not using a crowd-based approach to solve this challenge? And that's how we're doing it at iHunt. We're redefining how companies attract talent, leveraging from the networks of thousands of recruiters, making talent acquisition fast, cheap, simple, but above all, effective. iHunt is the recruitment industry what Uber is to taxis. But we're not just another boring recruitment firm. We are a digital company with 3 key pillars. First, a growing network of freelance recruiters who actively approach the candidates, some world-class algorithms that filter the profiles, but also a marketplace for other HR tech solutions. We have an extraordinary management team led by Rodolfo Sommer, our CEO with vast entrepreneurial experience in the sector. Sebastian, our CTO, holds a PhD in mathematics, and he's truly a software expert. And I have 8 years of experience in the go-to-market of fast-paced scale-ups in Latin America. The advantages of our service is that we are way faster than any other available solution, being able to provide our clients a short list of pre-selected candidates in just 5 working days. We are up to 10x cheaper than headhunters. Our crowd-based approach allowed us to be tremendously effective, but also we can recruit anywhere in Latin America. And this mix is making our clients fall in love with us. Today, so far, we have impacted the productivity of over 126 different companies in 7 countries, but our goal is to reach 1 million companies by 2030. We can serve any company in any country, anywhere in the world. But we entered to the program with some early validation. But with the support of Start-Up Chile, our customer database grew by 79% and our GMV by 184%. Our recruitment network more than doubled during the execution of the program, allowing us to offer a top-rated service with our customers. We are in process of fundraising $500,000 to accelerate our regional expansion, start investing in marketing to accelerate our revenue growth, and also we want to keep strengthening our tech platform. We are obsessed with automation and integration of every aspect of the platform to accelerate our scale at our global scale. Dear friends, the invitation is standing. Join us and let's revolutionize the 1 trillion talent attraction industry together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Santiago, for that pitch. The first question of this second block is going to be led by Evelyn from Kayak Ventures. Let's go with you, Evelyn.
Thank you, Santiago. My first question is regarding barriers to entry in this industry. Like, can you go a little bit deeply in how do you differentiate yourself from other marketplaces of recruiting, and how do you attract recruiters to join your platform?
Perfect, great question. I mean, this is a super competitive industry. There are several players around trying to solve how companies attract talent. But most of the approach of the several solutions available in the market are passive. I mean, a company publishes a job offer waiting for the candidate supply. At iHunt, we have a totally active approach. Our recruiters are the ones who actively look and read the different candidates, inviting them to apply for the different processes. And how we attract these recruiters, so far, our iHunter acquisition cost has been very zero. We reach them. We have a bot that is reaching them through LinkedIn, through Facebook, through WhatsApp. We are spreading the word, and so the way we attract recruiters is super simple. And the great thing about iHunt is that anyone can become a recruiter, but we have 2 big segments. One is some people that are HR experts who have databases and they, in their daily job, they recruit people, so they're very experimented. But also we have many technical profiles that are people in technology or people that have work in different areas that go and have a lot of the capacity to reach people and the experts in every area.
Perfect, thank you. And are you targeting some specific kind of jobs, some specific kind of companies? Are you thinking about focusing yourself and being specialized in a specific industry, for example, or technical capabilities? Or are you thinking about just growing like in all type of jobs?
Our beachhead market is technology. Attracting talent in technology is super hard. I mean, companies are taking a lot to find talent. Probably this problem happens to every entrepreneur, but also every large company. And we are working a lot in that area, but basically we can serve any industry. Especially in professional positions from early stage to middle executives.
Thank you.
Perfect.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Santiago and Evelyn. So guys, now from Chile, we are going to Argentina for a startup that is an agricultural monitoring service based on IoT, a satellite IoT that is empowering growers to lower cost, increase efficiency, and save water and energy. Please give it up for Jose Roberto from PONCE.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Only one 7 is telling source, but it calibrates right here.
I think that we're having some issues with the audio. We're going to try to connect again to see if we can listen to Jose Roberto.
Jose, you're in mute.
Jose Roberto, we can't hear you. No, we're still having some issues with the audio of Jose Roberto.
Hola, hola. Ahora sí.
Perfect. Yes.
Hi.
We have you again.
Sorry for this. May I restart, or I don't know if you want?
Yes, please. We lost you at the beginning, so let's go again with Ponce.
Okay, so now can you hear me? Can you see my screen, or are you know? Let me check again. I think I'm not sharing. Okay. There we go. Can you see the screen?
Yes,
okay,
we can.
I go again. Sorry. Only 1% of all the water in the world is available for our use.
Yeah, we're having a problem again with your audio, Jose Roberto. Yeah, as you're seeing, we're having some issues with the audio coming from his camera and from his computer of Ponce. We're going to see some details with this technical issue if we can keep on going with the pitches.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear
what
you.
I can do is I can, because I have two computers, I can talk in the other one and present from here. I don't know if that would be okay.
Yeah, seems good. If you can share your computer so the technical guys can tell us that we can see and now we can hear for you perfectly.
Just 1 second. Okay. Now you can hear me?
Yes, we can, and we can see also the presentation.
Okay, well, sorry for this. I am ready to go. Whenever you tell me. So the screen must be in the first.
And
I think it is not refreshing the slides. Let me check.
we're going to review it. We're coming from the loop again. Let's keep in tune. We're going to try to fix these technical issues.
Okay, I'm ready. May I start?
Just give a sec. Let's just try it again. Let's go with you, Ponce from Argentina. Let's keep the energy up.
Okay, sorry for this.
Yeah, whenever you want.
I go. Only 1% of all the water in the world is available for our use. 70% of its consumption is devoted to agriculture. Mother Nature is telling us that we must help growers take care of our most valuable resource. But this is the thing, watering is not easy. Irrigation machines need to be operated, calibrated, supervised, and maintained. If these things are not done properly, costs rise and just don't hit the goal. All these issues in the management of irrigation produce a huge impact. Therefore, each grower is spending every year $100,000 in production loss, $5,000 in energy, 13 days driving, and 19 million liters of fresh water. To give you an idea, this is the daily consumption of a 50,000 inhabitant city. That's why we have developed PONCE, a service based on IoT that empowers growers to achieve efficiency in the irrigation equipment. Our purpose is to ensure that every inch of water is applied in every corner of the field as it was meant and with the least amount of resources. We install sensors in the machines in order to get a virtual clone of them in the cloud. By doing this, we can give the grower instant alerts and analyze the equipment behavior in order to give recommendations that will improve its performance. We offer the solution as a service and give the devices as a loan, charging just a small percentage of the savings we generate. During these years, we had the joy of being recognized by many institutions, and we have been growing really, really fast. The pandemic was no exception. On the contrary, last year we doubled our sales and began an expansion process, reaching Mexico and being selected by this great program. In only 3 years, PONCE has become the most salient irrigation service in Argentina. 75 million cubic meters of water went through our system last year, and huge corporations like McCain, Syngenta, and others are trusting in us. Our strategy is to first focus on automatic sprinkler irrigation, but our roadmap includes integrating other techniques such as drip and micro sprinkler. Just talking about pivots, there are over 500,000 of them all over the world. More than 2,000 sprinkler machines are the reason why there's a huge potential for us in Chile. After 4 months of hard work, we are happy to announce that the first 2 clients have confirmed they will be working with PONCE next campaign. We have finished the legal incorporation of our company in the country, and 2 new irrigation methods are being integrated into our system. Our team is made up of 15 talented people conforming 3 areas: development, operations, and sales. A great group of advisors is guiding PONCE to hit the goals with strategic and business view, and we are 3 founders, all with a tech background and roots on agriculture. We all have a huge passion about farming and the impact that technology has on it. Remember that 1% we talked about at the beginning? We are committed to saving it for future generations. Are you in?
Yes, we are. Thank you for that pitch, and it worked the problem, but you actually managed to fix it, so it was great. The next question is going to be led by Ángeles Romo, CEO of Start-Up Chile. What do you think, Ángeles?
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. I am in. Absolutely, Jose. Thank you very much for your pitch. It was wonderful. I would like to know a little bit more about your strategy of growing. May you tell me if you are raising capital, how much are you raising, and for what, for doing what?
Okay, well, first of all, sorry for the inconvenience on the technical side. Yes, Ángeles, we are raising money. We are raising 200K. And we are intending to apply this money in order to reinforce the internationalization process. So Chile, for sure, is the first market we are glad to be in. We are also working in Mexico, and we need this money in order to develop the commercial and operative structure there.
Okay, let me know a little bit about your in the structure of your company. How much of this money or your energy or your focus on is in the technological way, and how much is in the commercial way?
Okay, let's say that over 40% of the 200K are for the commercial side, because we need to develop these structures and we need to boost the inbound strategy. And there's another part that goes for development, because we have to translate the app. For us, the timing is critical, so we need to work with different times in the different countries. And we also have to manufacture the whole sensors in China. We are making just a part of it there. So there's another part of the money, almost the 60%, that's for the development of this.
Okay, and talking about the technology a little bit, I would like to know about the protection of the technology. Do you have any pattern or any way to protect the technology that you have? Obviously, you are manufacturing in China, so this is an issue nowadays. What do you have about this?
That's an excellent question, because you know that hardware is not the core of our system. The platform and what we do with the data is what really cares. So I would say that hardware is kind of a commodity, and we have designed it and built it from ourselves, because we didn't get a solution like that in the market. But we have been working in order to patent some things from our platform. In a matter of fact, there's something we are currently.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jose and Angeles. So now from Argentina, we are coming back to Chile in the edtech industry. We have a startup that is a big learning system that transforms schools education to empower the new generations through project-based learning. I leave you with Felipe Prado from Swarmob.
Hi, thank you so much. Can you let me share my screen, please? Can you see it? Oh, I started to... Okay, I will start, sorry. Well, I'm Felipe Prado, co-founder and CMO of Swarmob, a learning system that boosts sustainability education through network project-based learning. Today, schools are still facing the pre-pandemic challenge of changing traditional teaching for a more active education based on life skills. Now, teachers are speaking alone in front of passive muted screens. To address this challenge, governments promote the active pedagogies such as project-based learning, or PBL, a methodology to learn from collaboration to solve real problems. But the problem is that most schools used to fail adopting this methodology, even more online, spending around $10,000 on ineffective consultancies, which is perfect for an e-learning solution. That's why we create Swarmob, combining ideas of swarm intelligence and smart knobs driven by technology. This is a learning management system for PBL that helps schools to transform curricular planning and teaching by creating sustainability challenges, which allows students to learn by creating collaborative projects, articulating them in school networks to scale the impact, while directors track the effectiveness of the implementation. We are different by combining the automation of PBL processes, improve teacher development, and build an inter-school network for sustainability. Now, the global school-blended e-learning market is growing rapidly, and we aim for an 80 million obtainable market in Chile, Colombia, and Peru, for which we established a commercial alliance with Virgo Education. Our revenue model is a B2B with SaaS subscriptions for schools and networks at the cost of $16 per student a year, an average ticket of $5,000 per school, with optional training support that we are increasingly automating. This year, we have sold $59,000, 46 of them in Ignite, and we plan to double our annual sales by $100,000. We have changed the education of more than 8,000 students and teachers in 19 schools, 4,000 of them acquired in this program. This month, we improved our financial basis with a solid cost structure and a new pricing strategy. We also made upselling by 125%, reached new clients, and signed a commercial alliance to scale in 3 countries. Also automated training processes and strengthened IP bases. We've just released a powerful new branding and UX from this to this, and we're globally highlighted by the UN with media presence. The team also grew from 3 to 6 members with skills in project leadership, education networking, B2B sales, and 3 developers. And the rest of the year, we plan to continue automating teacher training and develop soft skills analytics, implement a new marketing strategy to reach 10 new clients, and start pilots in Peru and Colombia. Finally, we plan to open our first investment round to accelerate growth by 3. So reach us to revolutionize education. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Felipe, for that presentation, and we are really glad that you are revolutionizing this industry of the education that we actually needed. The next question is going to be led by Juliana from Alaya Capital. Let's go with you, Juliana.
Thanks. Well, thank you, Felipe, and congratulations for your pitch. So, first of all, how COVID accelerates this educational transformation, and how was that impact on you in terms of traction? I don't, if you can repeat, when do you start?
Oh, okay. Well, we start in 2018, and it is important to mention that COVID implied for us the loss of 7 schools that could not continue working with us due to the more basic emergencies that emerged. And in this process, we pivot our product and business model. Before, it was limited to a single school subject, which made it difficult for us to grow. But now we strengthened the involvement of all teachers in schools, promoting interdisciplinary work with a more deep penetration. And this allows us to increase the sales ticket per school and achieve a greater involvement of all the schools. So for us, it was a very good moment to grow and pivot. The pivot was excellent, actually. We are growing faster in this moment.
So then, and about the product and the solution, how do you check and assure that the solution itself it's aligned with the educational programs, and thinking also if you are planning to scaling for another country?
Oh, okay. Started by the end, we are now projecting to scale to Peru and Colombia because we signed a commercial alliance with Virgo Education. This is a distributor for Latin American edtechs in Latin America. And regarding the first question, we with the COVID, we made a change in the product to be more flexible to different cultures and curriculums. Oh,
okay. Thanks, Felipe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Felipe and Juliana, and congratulations for the progress and the resilience, of course. Now, for the next startup, we are going to Spain with a startup that helps wellness and health professionals to manage their business online without the need of any technical knowledge. I leave you with Maria Luque from Fixme.
Hi, everyone. Let me share my screen. Can you see it? Okay. I can't see my presentation. Yeah. No. I don't know.
Small technical issue,
I
guys.
can't share my screen. I see a cross in the screen sharing button. Now I see it, but I have lost my presentation.
Yes, we are seeing your desktop right now, Maria.
Okay. 1 second. Now you can see. Okay. Yes. Here we are.
There
Hey,
we see.
I'm Mary. I'm the co-founder of Fixme Connect. Fixme Connect help wellness businesses like personal trainers, yoga studios, massage therapists, and so on to sell their services on the internet. Imagine an Amazon of well-being. In the past months, there were more than 22,000 transactions in our clients' web stores. Even with a global pandemic, people prioritize their well-being over other things. The point is that without our system, these transactions that are so necessary for the health of millions of people could hardly have occurred. A wellness business wants to sell on the internet at this time. The resource they have is this or this one. Only 10% of more than 5 million wellness businesses in Latin America currently sell their services on the internet. With Fixme Connect, they could do so 100%. And this is because with our platform, they can create personalized service stores in 10 minutes without having technical knowledge to be able to expose themselves on the internet where millions of users are looking for them. The global market of digital health is huge, 106 billion market. With Fixme Connect, we are focused in Spanish-speaking countries with a market opportunity bigger than $7 billion. Of course, that we have competitors in this big market, but their solutions are more generalistic and complex to implement than Fixme Connect. Our business model is a SaaS subscription model where we charge a monthly average of $30 plus a little transactional fee to every business. We have currently been able to get a net revenue of more than $250,000. In this moment, 150 professionals are using Fixme Connect, and we do more than 10K monthly transactions. Since we arrived to Start-Up Chile, we have been able to launch Fixme Connect in Chile, acquire our first users making more than 100 transactions, and register the company in the country to keep operating more properly. Before creating Fixme, I was a professional soccer player, being one of first women in Europe who filled a soccer stadium to see a finals of women's game. I know perfectly the sacrifice and work that involves achieving success. Fortunately, also this time, I am surrounded by the best technical team with more than 20 years of experience in software development and working in other startups. And we are ready to make history again. To get there, we are raising $750,000 with 20% committed, and especially we want to keep improving our product in order to get product market fit. In summary, we help wellness businesses to sell their services on the internet. And today, you have the chance to join our mission of bringing wellness to every corner of the world, because there is no better feeling than feeling good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maria, for that incredible pitch and for that energy. The next question is going to be done by Evelyn. So let's go with you, Evelyn.
Thank you, Maria, and congratulations. The fee per transaction you mentioned on the payment side is over the fee payment of the gateway you use?
No, it's ours. It's our revenue.
Oh.
We do now like 100,000 monthly in GMV.
Oh, okay, perfect. And that's over the fee, the gateway, the payment gateway charges.
It's the fee plus the subscription side. Because
okay,
we have
perfect.
two monetization words. One is the subscription and the other one is a little transactional fee. And in average is 1% of every transaction that the businesses have.
Perfect. And you mentioned like it's a product-led growth strategy you want to achieve. And what other features you want to aggregate to your product and the product offering you currently have?
We are now like hearing our customers in order to keep giving value with the tools that they are going to use. And for example, one of the tools that I can tell you that we will integrate soon is the, I don't know how to say it in English, but facturación.
Invoicing.
Yeah, it's like invoicing, yes, because they have like everything that regarding to the sales, they have everything automated with our tool, but not the invoicing part. So we are building now the invoicing part to give them like more autonomy with the product. But a lot of tools in our roadmap that we would like to keep building and developing.
Perfect, thank you. And last question, what's your customer acquisition strategy for those businesses? Okay, we're on time.
Yeah.
Time's up.
We will
Sorry,
talk.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Perfect. Thank you, Maria and Evelyn. Great energy. Now we are going to France with a startup that creating the next generation of restaurants using data science. Please give a warm welcome to Alexandre Ogara from Kitchenita.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alex, founder and CEO of Kitchen, the next generation of restaurants. So food delivery market is booming, right? Reaching $60 billion only for LATAM. The problem is it's still made by traditional restaurants and they don't know how to play the digital games using the same process that they always done. In Kitchenita, we are building delivery native food concept based on data. What does it mean? Basically, we are building bots able to understand the market and giving us the information we need to create the right concept, comparing offer and demand, the best ingredients at the fairest price. Once we do that, we use our food lab to consolidate the menu designed with the best experienced chef and consolidate our brand identity. So you understand, right? We use data, then we create great food, great brands, and then we sell.
We're having some issues with the audio. Let's give a second. We can bring Alexander back. Alexander?
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we had some
Okay,
issues
so
with the
we
audio.
use it. We do that by tracking sales and operation metrics such as revenue, profit, conversion rate, and
I think we lost you once again, Alex.
Yes, we can't listen to you anymore. We were looking at a great growth graph that we were stating there.
Today, we have 30 brands, and after 14 months of operation, we are reaching more than 50,000 monthly orders, reaching $1 million run rate. We do it from 9 Kitchenitas and have 30% repurchase rate, showing a high engagement from our customer. Our team is a perfect mix of experience between e-commerce and entrepreneurship and data. So myself, I work with Rocket Internet to launch Linio and to work in Dafiti in Argentina, but also our CTO, Leo, working in Retargetly, and is also the Mercado Libre Data Challenge winner of 2020. Gaspar, our CEO, has experience in venture capital and private equity, and Jonathan, our CFO, used to work in digital companies such as Tiendanue or Dafiti. Last year, we raised $500,000 to build this company with international investors. And today we already are in Chile. We're starting our geographic expansion, and this allows us to improve delivery offering, create a lot of jobs, but also consolidate food tech ecosystem and food entrepreneur since we are franchising our brand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alexander, for that presentation. We lost the connection for a few moments, but we got the complete idea of Kitchenita. The next question is going to be led, no problem, it's going to be led by Angeles. Let's go with you, Angeles.
Thank you very much, Dave. Congratulations, Alex. No problem with the technical issues. And congratulations for your business. It's amazing how you have grown in the last time. I would like to know a little bit about your plan of growing. You just raised $500,000, and I would like to know what are you gonna do with this money? Where are you gonna be in the next year or 6 months? And if you're looking for a new round of capital as well.
Okay, so thank you very much for this question. Yes, so we raised this money 1 year ago, so we already used part of them. Actually, our operation is break even. We just use it to pay the data scientist team and the C-level team. we will use this money to expand geographically and to reinforce the tech we have. So today we are opening a new round of $3 million pre-Series A in order to expand geographically in Chile, obviously, where we're already starting, but also Mexico, Colombia, and Peru. We will use also this money to reinforce our food lab and our technology.
Okay, great. Well, this is an important issue, and probably is part of this speech as well, because this is the moment that you are. Let me know a little bit about your unit's economics, how your company is growing.
So our company is growing very fast. You know, the approach, the data-driven approach we have is already approved by the market. We have having 20% growth month over month. We already reach $1 million run rate after 14 months of operation, and we have a break-even operation. You know, so once we have this validated by the market, the idea is to grow and to use also traditional restaurants in order to make our geographic expansion in the city. So we know that traditional restaurant has some capacity in their kitchen, so we want to use it in order, you know, to franchise our brand. We are just starting to test this issue. We already signed 4 contracts with traditional restaurants, and basically we are cooking kitchen prep for them and sending them, and they just dispatch our food.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't have no more question, and congratulations for the new generation of the kitchens.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Thank you, Alex and Angeles. A little technical issue, but we were able to hear your great traction and progress. Now we are coming back to Chile with a platform that reduces the information of those requesting financing through the connection with tax systems to support commercial risk and areas of factoring. Please give a warm welcome to Maximiliano Ortiz from FaPro.
Hello, everyone. Can you listen to me and look at my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Maximiliano Ortiz, and today I will show you how we are reducing the finance gap in LATAM. There is a giant gap between who the companies that need financing, who they actually receive it. In the world, there is approximately 160 million SMEs that need financing, and only 64 million SMEs are funded. In money, the financial needs are $9,000 billion, but the financial industry only managed to finance $3,700 billion. When we spoke about LATAM, it's more extreme. Only 21% of SMEs managed to obtain financing, and in money matters, only 13% of amount need can be financed. The gap is equivalent to $1,200 billion. And what are the typical excuses that the company receive? You are not subject to credit. It's like a death sentence to them. One of the biggest questions is, why does this happen? It is not because the financial institutions are bad. It is because they do not have the ability to evaluate small companies. This because the process is slow, expensive, and has a poor quality of information. The current process uses less than 20% of the information. This is why we create FaPro, a plug-and-play platform that connects directly to the tax system to support financial institutions to obtain more information from their applicants. Compared to the current process, FaPro is 10 times faster, delivers 5 times more information, and displays information in real time. And how we can do this is because FaPro connects directly to the disaggregated data and not to the summaries of which the financial institution make their analysis. This allows us to create indicators that financial institutions only dream of. These indicators have helped a bank increase its market share by 45%. Our business model is a subscription based on linked companies. Our average price per company is $4, and we have 4,700 linked companies in the system. Something relevant about our metrics, since the start of Start-Up Chile, highlighted in red, our clients have been increased in 85%, linked companies have been increased by 70%, and we have had increased our users in 160%. This has allowed us to reach $220,000 recurring annual income. Something relevant is that we launched our first MVP in Mexico, and we are already working with a company in that country called Cumplo, and we are also carrying out a pilot plan with one of our largest clients in Chile, Factoring Security, to create a risk scoring with artificial intelligence to analyze SMEs. About our team, we have more than 10 years in financial industry and business administration, and more than 15 years in development systems. Thanks to all, and if you want to be part of this revolution, contact us and become a FaPro lawyer.
Thank you, Max. What a great pitch, and just in time in those 3 minutes. The next question that we're going to give to you is going to be led by Juliana from Alaya Capital.
Hi, Juliana.
Hi, Max. Congratulations for your pitch also. So you mentioned you are landing on Mexico. So how has been that experience? What kind of barriers did you find there? And thinking in the integration that you supposed to be there with the regulatory entity.
Nice question. First of all, entry to Mexico, it was very difficult because we connect directly to the tax system of the countries. So the first part to obtain a company that want to provide us the credentials to connect to the tax system was very difficult. But when we obtained that, we start to working immediately with Cumplo. Cumplo is a client in Chile and have an operation in Mexico. So we contact Cumplo Chile, and then they give us the contact of Cumplo Mexico. Today we are creating a platform focusing in analyze the clients of Cumplo. And about the legislation, it's not very difficult because there is a very strong legislation for the fintech industry, for example, the crowdfunding or that type of things. But Cumplo, it's a lending company. They only borrows money to their clients. It's not like a crowdfunding in Cumplo in Mexico. They changed the model, so it's not very difficult for us to help them in the process.
Okay, and about the product, how is the roadmap that you're planning? What other features or improvement are you planning?
Good question. Today, like I said, we are creating a scoring to analyze the companies, because we show information to easy do the task of take a decision for the financial institution. Today, we want to create a scoring that they can give us a letter or a grade of the company and a possible rate, a financial rate to finance the companies. We want to expand our segment of client creating that scoring.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Max and Juliana. We have just 2 more startups to go in this demo day. And now we are going to Argentina with the business and speed-oriented cloud framework for code development. I leave you with Lucas Ranallo from Celeri.
Thank you, Javi. Hi, I'm here today to tell you something you should know. Programming does not need to be so complex anymore. Nowadays, you don't need to be someone with plus 20 years of experience to add value to your team through code. You can be Johnny in his first developer job trying to integrate an API, or Susan from finance that is tired of dealing with Excels, who doesn't, or Frank from product development where he has to build a quick MVP. The real challenge is to create the simplest of tools so that anybody can add value to your team through code. Hi, my name is Lucas, and I am part of Celeri, the business and speed-oriented cloud framework for code development. Celeri takes care of all the complex parts of programming so that our users can focus on what matters most, their code. With Celeri, you can save up to 80% of the total cost of a development project. Our vision is as Excel is the go-to tool for fast number crunching, to be the same with Celeri, but for fast code development. You're probably watching this on a computer. If that's correct, you're only a click away of starting using Celeri. You only need an internet connection and a web browser to start programming in your favorite language. Our business model is a software as a service model. We are focused on B2B and B2D sales. That means business to developer. Our growth comes mainly through developer advocacy and partnerships to solve specific industry problems. We have no geographic limitations. We don't speak English or Spanish. We speak Python or JavaScript, so we plan to go global. Our market is the developer tools market that is growing at an impressive 30% rate annually. If we take a look at the app development landscape, we can find two clear groups. One on the top left, that are the traditional development platforms, and the other one on the bottom right, they are the no-code or low-code solutions. With Celeri, we plan to get the best of both worlds. For us, that means full coding capabilities at traditional platforms, but keeping it as simple as possible as low-code solutions. Our last 6 months have been a total roller coaster. We made our official product launch. We signed partnerships both in Argentina and in Chile. We incorporated our company both in Chile and in the United States. We migrated our core functionality to AWS to be ready for exponential growth, and we made our first hires. Lastly, but more importantly, we grew our ARR from $50,000 to over $120,000. That's 8 times bigger only in 6 months. But what's coming is even more exciting than our metrics. We're on track on hitting the $250,000 mark at the end of this year. After that, we plan to raise a seed round to grow our team, improve our product, and get us to the 1 million ARR milestone. We are true believers that teamwork makes the dream work. That's why we share plus 7 years of friendship and a previous failed startup experience in the founding team. With Celeri, Johnny, Susan, Frank, and now even you can become the one. But the real question is, are you ready for the journey? Thank you.
Yes, we are ready. Thank you, Lucas, for that amazing pitch and really surprising growth rate. Thanks for sharing that with us. The next question is going to be done by Evelyn from Kayak Ventures.
Excellent.
Thank you, Lucas, and congratulations on the growth. Can you tell me a little bit about your pricing strategy and what is your product offering? And do you have any chances of upselling, for example?
Yes, nowadays we are focused on enterprise sales, that our ticket is around $1,500 a month. So our big companies, we are focused on the financial industry in Argentina and in Chile. Last night, we received the news that we have our first big client in Chile, so we are really happy about that. So we are focused on that type of sales, but that sales come from our partnerships, both in Argentina and in Chile that I mentioned in my pitch. But we are truly focused on becoming global, and that's what we are continuously working on our pricing strategy that are going to be much lower tickets, but we can get 100 countries with that type of strategy.
Perfect, thank you. And I know you have been not so much time in the market, but how long is your sales cycle?
Well, the sales cycle of our partnerships are really slow, mostly because of the financial industry is a bit slow, and there are a lot of regulatory things like the databases and all the compliance process. It takes us 3 to 4 months to close a client from the first meeting, but that's why we are working in our pricing strategy to be a self-service. We're working really hard in our self-service capability so that we can lower that cycle to a couple of weeks only.
Perfect, thank you. And last question, can you talk a little bit about your acquisition channels? Beside the partnerships you have, how are you targeting direct clients?
Yes, nowadays we are working on that. We just set up our CRM and start scrapping the web for startups and companies that we can help. We are in the business to empower the users, so we are searching the way to do that.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lucas and Evelyn. Incredible results. Now, the last startup of the day, can't believe we got here. We are coming back to Chile with a SaaS that optimizes the collection of recurrent payments, increasing monthly revenues and decreasing collection costs. Last but definitely not least, I leave you with Cristina Echeverry from Toku.
Hi, guys. Do you see my screen? Okay, so hi, I'm Cristina, co-founder of Toku. Today, B2C collection departments are completely broken. They use paper forms for activating payment methods, call their customers when they are late, have a 15% rejection rate, and information is completely unsynchronized. This results in a 5% of uncollectible income and a manual process that is very expensive. LATAM has 600 billions in annual revenue that is collected this way. This huge problem is compounded by different industries like insurance, utilities, telecoms, education, and highways, among others. Toku's mission is to optimize the collection of recurrent payments, increasing monthly revenue and decreasing
Hey everyone, so sorry, little technical issue. Murphy is making himself present today, but we will keep on going with the same energy. Once again, I leave you with this SaaS that increases the monthly revenue and decreases the collection cost. Welcome to Cristina Echeverri from Toku.
Hi guys. Hi, I'm Cristina, co-founder of Toku. Today, B2C collection departments are completely broken. They use paper forms for activating payment methods, call their customers when they are late, have a 15% rejection rate, and the information is completely unsynchronized. This results in a 5% of uncollectible income and a manual process that is very expensive. LATAM has 600 billions in annual revenue that is collected this way. This huge problem is compounded by different industries like insurance, utilities, telecoms, education, and highways, among others. Toku's mission is to optimize the collection of recurrent payments, increasing monthly revenue and decreasing the collection cost. We are solving this problem with a SaaS that sends messages through email, SMS, and WhatsApp with an algorithm that decides the best channel for each person, automatically trigger message according to events, has real-time analytic to monitor everything, emails on spam or clicks on SMS links, a section for customer support, an integration with payment gateways, making automatic payment registration as easy as subscribing to Netflix or Spotify. Our clients love us. When they work with Toku, they see a 3% increase on their collection rate and a 30% cheaper collection cost. This is why we have a 100% retention rate. We have never lost a client. Regarding the competition, we have two types of competitors: collection softwares like Collectia that are more focused on debt collections, and recurrent payment solutions like Revenue that only connect with the payment gateways. We are the only ones that solve the complete problem. This has allowed us to grow a 38% month over month since January and reaching $150,000 on annual recurring revenue. Last month, $2 million on payments were managed through Toku's platform by our clients. Some of them are Américo Vespucio Norte on highways, Copeut on finance, and Parque del Recuerdo on cemeteries. We are happy to announce that we are the first female-led startup on Chile that have been accepted on Y Combinator. And our team is awesome. We have experience in all the main areas: sales, product development, artificial intelligence, and software engineering. Thank you very much for your attention. We are finishing our seed round, so if you're interested in investing, email us at francisca@toku.cl.
Awesome, Cristina. Thank you very much for that final pitch of this generation. We're going to go with the question with Juliana.
Okay. Hi, how are you? And congratulations for your pitch. So going back to the competitors chart there, I saw you mention about Collectia. Can you tell me more about what are the difference between you and Collectia on the solution?
Okay, thank you for your question. Yes, Collectia is more focused on debt collection, that it has a different process. So when someone owes money to a company, usually a financial institution, you need to convince that person to pay you. Yeah, but that is a very different process from what we are on, that is subscriptions. So for example, we are helping telecom communication that you pay your monthly cell phone, yeah, your cell phone or your car insurance. So we have a different process. We are more focused on our problem is a little bit bigger, like you have to communicate with a lot of people each month in a very efficient way, and we are more focused on like making the payment really effective.
Okay. And can you also tell me, please, about your roadmap? You mentioned you are opening a round. So what are your plans for the next year?
We're expanding to Mexico in 3 more months. and then to Colombia. That are like our main goals on our roadmap, and getting our sales team bigger so we can keep pumping up our annual recurring revenue.
Okay, great. Well, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, all of you guys. Thank you for your amazing pitches. I feel so proud and so happy to be here and to be part of Startup Chile and to lead this generation as well. We know the wonderful job that the judges are going to have now because you are delivering right now. I also want to I don't want to miss the opportunity to thank Juliana and Evelyn for our incredible judges for today, who not only gave us the time and knowledge, but a great inspiration to all of us and all the entrepreneurs. You entrepreneurs have worked so hard, and we have noticed it. We have a wonderful progress. We can see your energy, your passion about your business and about your companies and the future that you have today. Sadly, we can only have 3 winners for each generation, but I am absolutely sure all of you guys are absolutely all winners. Thank you very much for all of you trust on us. Thanks for trusting on the Startup Chile team. We have been working hard as you, and we are absolutely nervous as you because we want all of you be the next winner as well. And obviously, we know you have a wonderful mission for the future. You have the mission to change the world. You have the technology, you have the passion, you have now all the tools for doing. So even or not you are the winners for today or for this generation, please do what you know you have to do. All the best for all of you, all the success for the next future, and always Startup Chile is gonna be here waiting for you to help you and to give you the support and all whatever you need. So thank you very much. Thanks the entrepreneurs, thanks the judges, and obviously thanks the team, the wonderful Startup Chile team for doing all of this, not only today, but also during the last couple of months, working hard with you.
Perfect, Angeles. Thank you very much for those words. And of course, it's now the moment to go and to talk about the awards. Just a quick reminder, because this demo day we have had yesterday, we watched the pitch of the top 15 startups of the Build Generation program. Remember that this is a pre-acceleration program. And today, at this moment, we are going to announce the winner of Build of yesterday's competitions and today Ignite's competition. Just a small reminder of we are going to recognize today 3 main awards. The first is the most investable business, the most innovative solution, and the fastest growing startup. Those are the 3 awards that we're going to give today for Build program and for Ignite's program. And I think that's it. We can't wait any longer, and now we are ready to reveal that mystery. So let's hear who the winners are. I think that you guys are ready. So yeah, I think that's the moment. The winner of the most investable business is Good Meal. If we have the entrepreneur of Good Meal in here, really congratulations for that incredible business and this startup that is helping the planet and reduce that budget in reducing the food waste. Congratulations, Good Meal, for that prize.
Thank you very much.
Perfect. That's great. Of course, it's always amazing because we have seen all the growth that you have had, and we completely agree that you deserve that first prize of the most investable business. We're going to keep it going with this award of Build Generation, and the winner of the second prize of the day of the most innovative solution, it's a prize that we're going to travel to a neighbor country, and this startup has an unexpected solution that impacts the agriculture industry. Maybe you know already who is this one, but let's give a big virtual round of applause to Unibio. Congratulations, Unibio. We have you there in the screen. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be part of Startup Chile, and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, and we can see that you are the core space. That's great. Thanks for that. And the third prize of today's ceremony, remember that we're talking about Build Generation, is of the fastest growing startup. Remember that we need to push them to grow fast, and we need to push them to go to the market. So the fastest growing startup of today's Build Generation is for a booming industry that is in the eyes of many important venture capital firms, and we're talking about a fintech, Instacatch. Congratulations, Instacatch, for that amazing presentation. We can see you in the screen now.
So we are very glad to be awarded by the Startup Chile, and we would like to thank our users, all our team, my co-founders, and all the staff of Startup Chile that gave us support, and we are taking this to the next level. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's amazing what you have done and all your team, and thank you for trusting in Startup Chile to help you and to keep that growth rate up. That's for the Build program. Remember that it was a pre-acceleration program of 4 months, and we are really proud of you guys, but not only you three, but all the startups that went through this specific program. But now it's the time to talk about Ignite program, isn't it, Javi?
Yes, absolutely. It's not over yet. We will have and announce the winners of the first generation of the Ignite program, this 4-month acceleration program. And we know you're anxious to know. We are so anxious to tell you who the winner are. And the time has come for this. As David said, we have the same 3 prizes, and we were going to be starting with the most investable business for the Ignite program. I'm so excited to tell you who the winner is for this category. This is the category where everybody wants a piece of this business. In this case, the winner is from France. And the industry is, well, they are basically creating the next generation of restaurants using data science. You should know who it is. A big, big round for Kitchenita. Alex, do we have you here?
Yes, I am here. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for all the good job you are doing, guys, in Startup Chile, and especially to Nicole, that really is accompanying us in a very good way. So thank you very much. We are very proud.
Amazing. Congratulations, Alex. That's a big, big win. So with no other things to tell you in that case, we are going to the next prize, that is the most innovative solution, the one that is disrupting its industry mainly. And this prize is going to be in Chile this time for a Chilean startup that is democratizing BI and AI tools for teamworks for field operators. We have the innovative solution, and I could maybe tell you the winner of this incredible category. And as I said, it is from Chile. The winner is Eskuad. Max, are you there? Congratulations.
Of course, I'm here. Thank you.
Incredible, the most innovative solution.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here, and thanks for the award also.
Perfect. Thank you, Max, and congratulations once again. And I cannot believe it, we have the last prize, the last category, that is the fastest growing startup. This is a startup that showed just an incredible progress and an incredible growth. And believe it or not, we have a tie in this case. We have a tie. Incredible. A startup from Argentina and a startup from Chile. I can't wait to tell you these two amazing startups. Both the first startup that wins in this tie is from Argentina and is the management of financial automations for startups in Latin America. A big round for Ariel from Rebill. Amazing, Ariel, congratulations. And going right straight away with the other winner, because we have a tie in this case, it's from Chile, and it's optimized in the recurrent payment and increasing the revenue and decreasing costs. A big hand also for Toku, Cristina Echeverri also. Ariel, congratulations, Cristina, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, very much, Javi, and congratulations too for Cristina and your team. Amazing product.
Yes, we're very happy at Toku to be part of Startup Chile. That it's our second program here, and it's like been really important for us and all the team that have helped us, especially Joe. Thank you very much.
Incredible,
Thank
guys.
you, Javi, and especially for Chosen and JP for the support all of the last days. So thank you so much.
Amazing, guys. Congratulations. You were both so incredible and show such fast growth that we just couldn't decide, and we have to give the award to both of you. So congratulations. Right, Dave? We're so happy for them.
We are so happy for all the generations of all the programs. We are proud of you guys. We got to the end of these phenomenal 2 days of innovation, technology, and businesses. And thanks all the audience, the judges, the partners, and everyone that joined us during this startup marathon. But thank you especially to all the entrepreneurs and the startup founders of all the programs, but not only our programs, but all the entrepreneurs of Chile. Because we know that we are in difficult times, and even with that, you're helping us to actually overcome this crisis, and you're having a huge impact. So thank you all for being part of these progresses. We got to end, Javi.
Yes, absolutely. We are so proud. Congratulations to all. Incredible pitches, incredible questions and answers. So to everyone, we invite you to stay in touch, follow us in social media, and find out everything you need to know about the startup ecosystem. Thank you, guys. Bye.
It was a pleasure. See ya.